Thank you. I would just like to point out, and maybe knowing the answer to this, I believe, Mr. Chairman, we're debating H.R. 6864, not a whole bunch of other bills or the five-year plan to solve homelessness or housing affordability, which will fly in the face of 60 years of precedent. But I wanted to give a specific reason why I support the efforts of Mr. Lawler. And I will point out that this was the fastest I've seen the federal government move. On January 11, we had Secretary Fudge in front of our committee. This was the the second time she had been in front of us in 3 years, in the 3 years that she has held office. On January 11, I brought up Harbor Towers, a housing facility funded by HUD with massive, massive problems, much like what my colleague from New York was describing. This is in Benton Harbor. On January 24, I personally toured the facility with Mayor Marcus Muhammad to see for myself what was going on. At the hearing on January 11, the HUD secretary committed to working with my office. They got a response back quickly, and on February 13, a deputy secretary from HUD was on site at Harbor Towers with the folks talking about the issues of elevators not working and access to the building and illegal activities have gone on, all those things. I firmly believe that if the secretary was not in front of this committee, we would not have seen that action. Why do I think that? Because it had been going on for years, begging for the attention of HUD at this facility. So what is the purpose of the bill? The purpose of the bill is to get somebody who is accountable, and by the way, this is part of our constitutional duty and requirement, oversight. And by the way, Mr. Chair, I'll point out that the Secretary of Treasury, the chairperson of the Financial Stability Oversight Council, Director of Bureau of Consumer Financial Protection, the chairperson of the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, the chair of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve, and the vice chair of supervision are all required to testify in front of us annually, but not this HUD secretary. We have it in front of us today, folks. This is an effective oversight tool, regardless of who's in office at the executive level, regardless of who's in the majority in the House of Representatives. We need to have these administrators in front of our committee to do and utilize what is our constitutional duty, not just our right, it's our duty to perform oversight. So let's not get too caught up in how we're going to solve housing affordability in 5 years. Let's not get too caught up in some of the other ancillary discussions about who was more effective in leading the committee. We have a glaring hole in our oversight responsibilities that this is fixing. And I commend the congressman from New York, Mr. Lawler, on his efforts in doing so. And I hope my colleagues on both sides of the aisle will realize that this is effective. Absolutely. The time is yours, sir.